Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Verbling class. Today's topic will be on jobs and vocabulary related to jobs. You'll talk about the job that you do. We'll talk about possibly the types of jobs you wanted when you were younger. And we'll talk about jobs that your friends and family do. Um, basically, it's pretty much a vocabulary activity, vocabulary lessons. We will classify. We'll look at the difference between a blue collar and white collar worker, and different jobs there. We'll talk about male, female job titles. We'll have talking points, and we will also go through and try to use some of the words in a sentence. We will talk about the difference between the UK and the US, and we will also discuss different jobs. The hope is that you will learn some new vocabulary. You'll get a chance to talk and ask questions, and you will get a chance to just practice speaking English. So, my name is Holly, and I will be your trainer today. I have a lot of experience teaching business English. I've been teaching English since 1994, and I started teaching online in 2006. I spent 11 years teaching English in Finland, so teaching business English in Finland. So this is pretty normal for me to teach. Anyway, look forward to you attending the class. I'm originally from Idaho, and it's where I'm living right now, which is in the United States, up in the Pacific Northwest region, where it is 6 p.m. here in Idaho. And so 6 p.m. here in Idaho would be probably about probably 10 a.m. in Japan, or maybe 9 a.m. in Japan, 8 or 9 a.m. in Japan. And then it's really late at night in Europe. Colombia, it's 7, and Brazil, it's 9. So come when you can. Welcome. We're going to talk about the vocabulary related to jobs. So I am fairly new on Verbling. I've been here for about a month. About a month is when I was accepted into the Verbling platform, and I've been teaching pretty much steadily for the classes for about 3 weeks, and I'm having the time of my life, just meeting all of you from all over the world. You're welcome to check out my profile. My profile link is right here. You also can go onto Facebook and go to my profile also for Verbling Teacher on Facebook. I'm just trying to decide how I want to go about using this page. So that's something I'm trying to do now. So it's Verbling Teacher Holly. Hello, guys. Hi, Rodrigo.
Hi, Tisha.
Hi, Yunji. How are you?
Hello. Good, thank you.
I know, Yunji, are you from Korea?
Yes.
Awesome. What part of Korea?
Definitely South Korea.
No, I meant what part. Like, are you from Busan or Daeju or
Seoul.
Seoul?
Yes.
Which part of Seoul?
You know the Jamsil? It is second biggest part in Seoul. And it's really quite near the Gangnam Station.
Okay, it rings a bell. I lived in Anyang for about 9
really?
months. 9 months, yeah. And then I lived in Busan for a year. So that's why I said what part, because I know that Busan is very far from Seoul. So
wow, amazing.
So,
are you still there?
No, I was there actually. It was when I first started teaching English. I was there from 1994 to 1996. So maybe before you were alive. I don't know how old you are. So,
I'm late 20s.
Okay, yeah. So that was actually when I turned 25 that year. So
Wow.
I just the Koreans actually taught me how to teach English. So hi Joe,
Yeah.
where did Rodrigo go?
Hi.
Okay, there you are, hi, Rodrigo. Um,
Hi.
Hi Rodrigo, how's everything again? It's been a while. What, a whole hour since I've seen you?
Yeah,
So,
again here.
hi Joe. And it's
Hi.
9 o'clock now in Brazil, right?
Yes.
And then it's 7 o'clock in Mexico. And
Yeah.
you and Jen, I'm trying to figure out, is it probably about 9 a.m. in Korea?
Yes. Yes,
Ah,
right.
I'm so good. I'm starting to figure out the time zones based on what time it is here.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do a project for in Japanese, which is a similar time zone in Japan, and it's at 8:30 here, which is 11:30 a.m. there. So I was able to figure it out, you know.
Uh-huh.
And then I think in Europe, it's probably, I'd have to look at my calendar for that one. I'm curious. Europe is so what? Let's see. Europe, it's 2 a.m. So for Spain and Germany, and then it would be 3 a.m. in Finland and Russia and Ukraine and so forth, and Greece. So, and then the UAE would be somewhere probably about 3 or 4. So, anyway, welcome. So, first of all, today's topic is more or less a business kind of general English topic on jobs. So what I'd like you guys to tell me is, what do you do? So Joe, can you tell us, what do you do?
Okay. I work in a company like PayPal.
A company like PayPal. Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, it's when you buy in the internet,
Uh-huh.
I'm the facilitator of the payment.
Okay, awesome. So, are you a computer programmer, or what specific, or customer service, or what is specifically do you do?
I work with finance,
Finance. Okay, awesome.
but I work with MIS. Do you know?
No, I don't. No.
It's the management. Oh, it's hard for me. Management of information. It's
Okay.
database and worksheets and numbers.
Okay, let me see if I'm Googling it right now. Management Information System, right
Yeah.
here. I guess I'm not screen sharing. Management Information System. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yunjin, what do you do?
I'm a creator, so I write or make the story for the products. So then maybe customers understood well about that product and yeah, instinct some of imagination. So they will probably get know or well understand about that. So it's really like create or art something else.
Are you freelance, or do you work for a company?
I work for a company.
Are you basically, is it writing, are you a creative writer, or are
Yes,
you?
also I usually am writing about that, and I also make something like designing or like art. I will draw something. So it's yeah,
Okay.
I did all the things. Yes.
Awesome. So you're very creative. So Rodrigo, what do you do? Rodrigo, are you there?
Hi. Yeah.
Hi. Okay.
I'm studying. I'm studying the telecommunication engineering. I'm in 7th semester.
Okay. So when do you expect to graduate?
I expect in a year.
In Niger?
A year, one year more.
Okay, I expect to graduate in a year. Yeah, in
Yeah.
a year. Okay.
In a year.
So you have one more year. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what kind of job are you hoping to get?
Um, I expect maybe I will work in Continental here in Mexico.
Okay.
But I need to do some exams, interviews. I think.
Uh-huh. Now, when you say Continental, is that the local telephone company, or
Uh,
is
tel
it
tel
a,
telephone?
yeah, or what kind of company is Continental?
Okay. Continental is a company of is most use tires of the cars.
Oh, okay. And you'll be working in that most likely.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, it depends. You never know what will happen in a year.
Yeah.
So everything could change. All right. Um, all right. Um, Joe and Yunji, are you guys doing the job that you planned on doing when you were in university?
Yeah, actually, I studied and learned about that a lot. And after I graduate, I can use the skills about skills or any other, the stuff right
Uh-huh.
away in
Awesome.
the office. So
Great.
my boss really pleased about that.
Yeah, because that's not normal. I think most people do not
Yes,
end
I
up in
heard
the
about
same
that.
job.
Yes.
Yeah. Joe, how about you?
In the college, I didn't expect one specific job,
Uh-huh.
but I like my job now.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, and when I was in university, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and so I graduated and got a job for the telephone company in customer service, and then a few years later, I saw a job ad in the newspaper. Come teach in Korea. No experience necessary, just a college degree, and so I went there, and my whole life changed. But it was,
Crazy.
yeah, it was kind of crazy. I went back to the States and I thought maybe I'd go back into working for the telephone company, and I couldn't do it. And so I ended up going on to graduate school. I got a degree in TESOL in teaching English, but the first degree I had no idea what I wanted to do. So okay, so let's go ahead. Let's talk about this. The topic is on jobs. So, um, Yoonji, what is your job title called?
Creator,
Creator. Okay.
story creator.
Story creator. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, Yoonji, is your job a blue collar job or a white collar job?
Okay, 1 second, please.
Okay. Let's go ahead and read this then. Okay.
Yes.
A blue collar worker, somebody who does physical, unskilled work, for example, in a factory or on a building site. A white collar worker, somebody who does mental work, for example, in an office rather than physical work. So would that be are you a blue collar job worker or a white collar worker?
I don't know. Is it white collar?
Yeah, you are white collar. Yeah, definitely, because you work in an office and you write. And Joe, is your job a blue collar or white collar?
White collar.
Mm-hmm. And Rodrigo, what you are preparing for at university, is it a blue collar or a white collar?
Of course, we prefer a white collar work.
You prefer, yeah. Have any of you guys done blue collar work for summer jobs or temp jobs or anything?
Yes.
I have experience.
Yeah. What did you do, Yoonji?
I was working factory.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
I need to combine any other like needles or any other parts. So I have to combine that like with a drill. So
Wow.
I think it was a physical thing.
Was it a summer job or a
Yeah, it's a kind of like short time, and
uh-huh.
I need to get some kind of certification in order to get the company.
Mhm.
So that is that was a great great experience.
Mhm. Yeah. And in English we actually don't say short-time job. I know that's more Konglish. We would actually say a temp job. So a
Temporary
temp
job?
temporary
Temp
job,
job.
which
Okay.
a temporary job is usually just short term. It could be 6 months, it could be 2 months, and sometimes it's full time, sometimes it's part time. So it's
Thank
all
you.
yeah. You're welcome. Um, Rodrigo, what kind of blue collar work have you done?
Mm, mm, maybe a builder.
Builder, okay. You could say did you work with building homes?
Yeah, I help,
Okay.
but
Uh-huh.
I'm not the I don't know the leader of the job. I don't
Okay.
know.
So basically, you can say you helped.
Yeah,
Yeah, you helped construction workers.
yeah.
Okay, construction workers. So a construction is the word that we use for people who are building homes. Another word is a contractor. And a contractor is somebody who could be building homes or build businesses or any type of thing. So, Joe, how about you? What kind of blue collar work have you done?
My first job, I just type some papers and documents in the
Okay,
computer.
that's actually a white collar
I,
job.
I type, uh,
It's a white collar
what?
job. If you typed,
But but I just type. I
huh?
didn't think nothing.
No thinking, yeah,
I just type.
yeah, but
Yes, no thinking.
it's still a white collar job because you didn't sweat.
Ah, okay.
And so a blue collar job, a person will sweat. They will
Mm.
it will be a physically demanding most of the time. So
But I had to stamp the papers. It's
uh-huh.
it's
Still a
a
white
little
collar.
physical.
Yeah, maybe if you worked in a mail room, that could be physically demanding. But yeah, all right. Well,
Okay.
let's no worries about this. Let's talk about some different jobs here, and talk about whether they're blue collar or white collar. So, is a banker? Let's just quickly go through this. Is a banker a blue collar job or a white collar job?
Wait.
Okay, so
Right.
a banker
Okay.
is white. How about a computer programmer?
White color?
And yeah, and I just put it on blue collar.
Wait.
So bear with me. A banker, um, a computer programmer is white. What else is white in this list?
Sales.
Sales representative.
What means sales representative?
Basically, another word for a sales representative is a salesman.
Mm,
So somebody who they might be selling vacuums, or um, they might be in a retail store to sell you a computer. A sales representative also might be answering a telephone call, answering phones to sell you something over the phone.
okay.
So a sales representative is anybody who sells and they make money because of sales. So, okay. A university lecturer, is that a white collar or blue collar?
White.
White collar.
White, okay. And if you want to be a university lecturer, the best place to teach at university is Korea, South Korea, because
Yes.
they get the Koreans, unlike the rest of the world, the Koreans actually pay their university professors really well, and they give them 5 months of vacation a year. So, is that about right, Eugene?
Yeah,
Eugene?
yes, it's great condition.
Yeah. Unlike other parts of the world where teachers are not make less money than many people. So, okay, how
Yeah.
about a bricklayer? Is a bricklayer white collar or blue collar?
Blue collar.
Blue collar. Okay. Does everybody
I
know what a bricklayer is?
No.
No.
Okay. Let me get on Google Images. That's the best way for me to explain that. Bear with me a moment. This is similar, Rodrigo. You, I think, possibly worked with bricklayers when you worked your blue-collar job.
What?
You may have worked with a bricklayer. These are bricklayers.
Oh.
So these are people that actually just put up walls and buildings and so forth.
Oh.
So that's a bricklayer. So that's definitely blue collar. A lumberjack. What about that one?
I don't know what is lumberjack.
Okay, let me pull out Google Images. That's why we have it here. I love Google Images. Lumberjack. This is a lumberjack. These are there's kind of a stereotype, but basically lumberjacks. I think this might be the better one. A lumberjack is somebody who he cuts wood. He cuts trees down.
Okay.
So the stereotype is, this is a stereotypical lumberjack who wears this kind of clothes. So yeah, this could be a lumberjack as well. So is that white collar or blue collar?
Teacher.
Blue color.
Yes.
Blue collar.
Yes, Rodrigo.
Bricks. What is the word that describe the master of the building?
The master of the what?
Of the people that building a house, apartment, I don't know.
Okay, the person that actually is the boss.
The boss?
That's what I'm asking. Are you asking about the boss of all the people that are part of building a house?
Okay.
No, because that would be a contractor.
Mm.
And it's on the Verbling chat. So a contractor is the person who hires all the people who build the house.
Oh.
Okay, is that who you're asking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so he hires the electricians, and then construction workers.
Okay.
Okay, and bricklayers, so forth. I'm sure there's more than that, but that's who that is. So yeah, okay. So good question. So we have a lumberjack is blue collar. How about a secretary?
White collar?
It is white collar. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, an accountant?
White collar?
White collar.
Right.
Yes. Okay, a builder?
Blue.
Blue, yes. A builder is another word for
Bricklayer.
construction worker. A construction worker or a builder. So there's several words. Sailor. Is a sailor a blue collar or white collar?
What's a sailor?
Let's go to Google Images again. Sailor. So a sailor is somebody who works on a navy. A navy man could be a sailor.
Who is blue collar?
Yeah, I think it depends on the job that you have. Because I know of a sailor that was a linguist. You know, guys know what this is? A linguist.
No.
A linguist is a person who studies languages. And I know somebody who was in the Navy, and he learned Korean.
Yeah.
And so he was, and so that was definitely, he was a sailor, and he worked on ship, but he had a white collar job. But I think
Yeah.
traditionally sailors are blue collar, but it could be the job that you have. Okay, a tailor, is that blue collar or white collar?
Mm,
I
I
think
don't
the
know.
tailor is matter of blue collar and white collar.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm looking at this answers. The answers here, I agree with you. The answer here, they say that a tailor is
Blue.
blue collar, but I disagree. I think they're both. It could be both. It depends. If a tailor is, say for example, first of all, do you guys know what a tailor is? Is that new for you?
For me?
Do you all know what a tailor is?
I know that.
A tailor this would be an example of a tailor. You guys, when you like for example, when you get married, you'll probably go and have your suit tailored. So these are the men that actually sew the suits. So is this white collar or blue collar? What do you guys think?
I think it's blue color.
Blue collar?
Yeah,
Blue.
but because it's more physical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It, um, yeah, I think it just depends on how some people might just sit at a sewing machine all day, and it's not it can be more white collar, but yeah, the classification is blue collar, but I think it's kind of gray, if you guys understand what I mean. It's a gray
Yes.
area. So um, a gray area. It could be black, it could be white. Okay, an electrician, is that blue or white?
Blue.
Blue.
Ooh.
Blue, definitely. Okay, can you guys think of some other jobs that could be blue collar?
Mm,
Um, the guys who pick the trap in the floor. How can I say?
They pick the what?
The trash,
Okay, they're a garbage man.
garbage. Yeah.
Yeah,
a carpenter.
carpenter, yes. And I put a bus driver here. A cook or a chef.
Or fireman.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Police man.
Yeah. We'll put officer, just officers maybe.
A player, a soccer player.
um, yeah, I'm not sure what.
It's
Yeah,
part of.
we would actually call that an athlete. Um,
Okay.
so you could say, an athlete could be a football player or soccer player or a basketball player or any type of sport. So it is physically demanding. I don't think anybody would consider an athlete a blue collar or a white collar job. So, okay, how about any example of any other white collar jobs? Maybe a teacher.
Yeah, t-shirt.
Teacher.
A teacher of a child is physically demanding, but it's also mentally demanding. So,
Yeah. Lawyer.
a lawyer. I always
Another
pronounce this wrong. I always say lawyer.
lawyer and
Uh,
doctor.
lawyer. Any other words?
Doctor.
A what?
Doctor is both of them. No?
Which? I'm
Doctor.
sorry. Doctor. A
Doctor.
doctor. Okay. A doctor. But like, what is a nurse? Blue collar or white collar?
I think blue collar.
Blue collar.
I think it depends on the kind of nurse. I think a practical nurse is definitely blue collar, and a registered nurse is white collar. The practical nurse is the one that actually moves people and washes their body and takes care of them. And a registered nurse does the medication and paperwork.
Mm.
So, at least that's what I've been told. I'm not being a nurse, I wouldn't know. Okay, now let's look at male, female job titles. I'm going to make this a bit bigger. Oops, too big. So there's a barman, a waiter, an air steward, a policeman, an actor. What is the same? Are the same words? These are for men. What is the word for women? What would a barman? First of all, what does a barman do? Anybody know?
Drinks.
Okay, they serve drinks. Okay,
Serve drinks.
serve drinks. Usually at a bar or a pub. So what would a barman be if it was female?
Bar woman?
No, that would be the easy one. The answer is a barmaid. Barmaid. And so a waiter. What is a female?
Waitress?
Yes, a waitress.
Waitress.
Okay. And now how about an air steward? They also, all three of these serve drinks, by the way. Any idea what this would be? An air hostess. Okay. Now, I've also heard the word a steward and a stewardess. Stewardess.
Teacher, the
Yes.
air steward is the people in airplane?
Yes, they're the people that serve in the airplane.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. A policeman, what would the female be?
Police woman?
Yes, a policewoman.
Oh,
Okay, an actor,
Actress.
actress. Okay, I'm going to give a trick one. A teacher. Anybody know?
teacher.
Miss.
You got me. You got me. It's the same, but a lot of times you can add ess to the end of a lot of words, and it will mean woman. So, okay. So let's talk about this. The first question we have for you. Let me lower this. Which jobs do you think are more suitable for men, and which are more suitable for women? You won't know any women who do so-called men's jobs. So, in your opinion, are there jobs that only men can do and only women can do?
I think usually nurse. We think that women probably do that.
So it's more of a female job. But do you know that if a man becomes a nurse, they are in high demand?
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah, my brother, he went back to school in his it was late 30s, early 40s, and now he's the nurse manager of a department in a hospital. So, doing really well, because he's a male. So male nurses are considered a really good thing. So.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so nurse is stereotypically a female role. How about the rest? Any other opinions here?
Bricklayer for men.
Bricklayer for male. Women could do it though, right?
Yeah, I know, but it's more suitable.
More suitable for men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's, and also actually construction as a whole is more male dominated. That's building anything, building houses. Although there are women that do it well. Okay. Any other?
In male for pilot.
Okay. Pilot. I think there's a lot of female pilots that would disagree with you.
Nowadays, yes.
And air hostess for female.
Yeah, there's a lot more women that are air hostess.
It's most common, more common.
Yeah. Because I wonder if it's because you really need to be kind of small or petite. You guys know that word?
Petite.
Petite, it's kind of small. Petite, it means small. Like, I'm big boned. I've never considered being an air hostess because I'm a tall woman and so forth. So, but they think of air hostess and even the air stewards to be smaller so they can go through, so they're comfortable walking through the aisle. So, okay. Do you know any women who do so-called men's jobs, or do you know any men who do so-called women's jobs? What do you think? So, Rodrigo, do you know of any men or women that do the opposite jobs?
Mm,
No.
No? Do you, Yunji?
No.
Okay, and Joe, do you?
no, but I have one point.
Uh-huh.
I think if the woman won't be a mother, he needs to
She?
have she needs to have a job who what she can abstent and she can be out for a long time to take care of yeah
Mm-hmm.
for her kids
So she,
um,
uh-huh. So she needs
because
to have a flexible job.
yes if if the woman wants to be a mother.
Hmm. Now, that totally makes sense. My sister, for example, was a teacher. She was a librarian, and then she was a teacher. And now they have some children, and she is a stay-at-home mom. And she's thought about getting a job, but she needs to have the flexibility to get the kids to their appointments, or if the kids are sick or something like that, she needs to have that flexibility. What kind of job would allow mothers to be flexible?
um, mm, psych- uh, psychology
Teacher.
Psychologist?
psychologist.
Or
A teacher, definitely. Psychologist? Psychologist. Okay. Why would you say psychologist?
Because my girlfriend is studying psychology.
Okay. Okay, and hopefully she will be flexible in her job. Yeah. Yunji, do you agree with this? What these guys are saying?
Yes, yes, I agree with that, and I want to add that part-time doctor. So part-time doctor is usually working 3 days or 2 days in a week. So I think it's great.
Yeah, I'm going to change that to part-time professional. So it could be a part-time lawyer or a part-time writer. My sister is actually thinking about going into writing, and she'll work part-time. She'll work 2 or 3 days a week instead of full-time. So what about in your countries when a woman has a baby? Do they get maternity leave?
Yes, but I think it's only 4 months or
Only 4
5.
months. 4 or 5 months. Okay, that's actually quite good for some countries. Rodrigo, do you know how much maternity leave women get when they have babies in Mexico?
Mm, no, I, I don't know what means Martin.
Okay, it's like basically what it is it's mother leave. It's a temporary leave, um, leave from your job,
Mm,
to have a baby.
oh yeah, in Mexico it is that. Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's 6 months
Hmm.
that the government gives to the mothers that
Uh-huh.
time.
Wow, that's actually pretty good. How about in Korea, Eugene?
Um, we allow that well. When our employee gets pregnant, we
Uh-huh.
usually admit to a rest about a year,
About a
a
year.
year or more than a year.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, everybody call that when someone rests about a year and
Uh-huh.
come back to the office. So go to home and pregnant one more
Uh-huh.
one more pregnant. So you will be rest one more
Here. Yeah.
year. Yeah.
In Finland, it's also what in Finland they have it's like 10 months maternity, and then there's also 2 months equivalent, 1 or 2 months, 1 to 2 months paternity leave. You guys know what paternity leave is? That's father leave.
That's great.
Yeah,
Mm.
and then they also have what's called either a mother. Let's see, a mother. What? It's not wanting me to write on that part. Okay, um, a mother or a father can be away from their job for until their youngest child is 3, and then they call that a child care leave. And it's not much. They don't make much money, so a lot of families don't do it, but you can do it. Um, and that's to me that's so awesome. You can leave your job, be away from it, and then come back.
Oh.
You know.
Actually, our country admit that paternity leave and
Uh huh.
also about that some child care leaves. So
Uh
we
huh.
usually working as telecommunicated.
Okay. So you're
Yeah.
usually teleworkers, like a
Yes.
teleworker.
Worker.
Okay. Yeah. In the States, maternity leave is really bad. It's only 6 weeks of paid maternity leave, and some companies will give you a year if you've been with the company for a long time, but it's only required for 6 weeks, which is not good at all. Plus, you have to be with the company for at least a year to even get the thing. Oh, Lily just wrote this. Maternity leave in Mexico is 42 days before the baby and 42 days after. Okay.
Mm,
And the Venetius, I'm sorry, 6 months maternity. Yeah, that's what Joe said. Well, do you, those of you guys who are viewing, do you have paternity leave in your countries?
I think no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys in Korea, there's a child care leave, right? And okay. Okay, let's look at these. Let's complete the sentences with the following jobs. Okay, what we're going to do is have one person read the sentence and then everybody try to fill in the word. Okay? So, Joe, let's start. You do number 1, and Rodrigo number 2, and Yoonji number 3.
Okay. Janet has been extremely depressed lately. I think she needs to see a nurse.
Okay? Actually, what is your girlfriend going to be?
Oh, a psychologist.
Which is better, a psychologist or a nurse? For this?
Psychologist.
Yeah, psychologist. That's why I chose you. I thought, oh, this is perfect. Okay, number 2, Rodrigo, can you read this one?
Okay. My dog has been cawing a lot. I must take him to the vet.
Yeah, vet. Oh, that is actually short for a veterinarian.
Veterinarian. Is a contraction or something?
Yeah, I spelled it wrong, of course. Let's see. They won't tell me. Ah, okay, I spelled it wrong. I don't know what I spelled it wrong as. Okay, so short term for vet. Okay, Laura, I'm sorry, Yoonji, could you do number 1?
Laura loves taking care of other people. I think she will be a psychologist when she
Okay,
grows
we've
up.
already got psychologists, so maybe.
Oh, okay. About nurse?
Yes. Okay. Nurse. And also, I want to go over pronunciation of this word. I forgot about it. Sorry. On this pronunciation is actually you pronounce it really strange. It is not cooing. It is actually coughing. Okay. And so maybe the phonetics would be like this. So coughing. So the GH in this respect is a F sound. So, okay, number 4. Joe, can you read that?
Yes. One of the pipes in my bathroom
Has.
okay, has. One of the pipes in my bathroom has burst, and there is water all over the place. I need to call a plumber.
Plumber, yes. Very good pronunciation too. You actually do not pronounce the B here, so it's plumber. Plumber. Okay, bathroom has burst. Does anybody know what that means?
Burst.
Okay, let's go to Google Images. I'm hoping they have this burst burst pipes. So these are pipes, and so this is a bursting pipe.
Okay.
I think this is probably the best example right here for a bursting pipe. Okay. All right. So number 5, Rodrigo, can you read that one?
Yeah. Alan was very suspicious of his wife, so he hired the private detective to find out if she had been seeing another man.
So she hired a private detective.
Detective. Okay.
Okay. Detective. Okay. Number 6, Yoonji.
Okay. The blank told me that I needed at least 1 month to recover from the knee operation.
Okay.
So the blank is, I think, surgeon.
Surgeon, yes. Surgeon. Oh, I spelled that wrong. I never knew I couldn't spell until I started teaching. So, number 7, leave your bags here. The whatever will take them to your room. So who will take them to their room?
Porter.
The porter. So this is a hotel. Porter. Okay. Number 8, Allison loves traveling. So she decided to become a
Flight attendant.
flight attendant. Yeah. A flight attendant, which is another word also for an air hostess. Hi, Yuan Yuanma? How is that how you say your name? Wanma. Oh, and then she's gone. She or he. Okay. Number 9. Can I speak to the what, please? I would like to complain about the customer service here.
Manager.
Okay, manager manager's here. Can I speak to the manager? Have any of you ever done that before? Have you asked for a manager?
Yes.
Me too. I used to embarrass my friends in Finland because in Finland they don't actually complain to the manager. What they do is they speak with their feet. So they don't complain. They just don't go back. So, number 10, the food at this restaurant is excellent. Compliments to the
Chef.
Chef. All right. Now let's talk about the difference between the UK and US English. And we've got UK on one side and US on the other side. Can you guys go ahead and work together and tell me what is what? So a shop assistant, what is that in American English?
A mailman?
No.
Sales clerk.
Sales clerk, yeah. And a postman then would be?
Mailman.
Mailman, okay. A dustman.
Garbage man.
Garbage man. Do you guys know anybody that works as a garbage man?
Yeah.
I've heard it's good money and they can actually find some really cool stuff. So. A headmaster.
A principal.
Okay, there's a problem with this, and the editor of this material did not notice it. The answer would be a principal, but it's not actually spelled that way. It is spelled principal. The difference between these two words, a principal is a person who works at a school. He's the headmaster.
Yes.
Principal, with this spelling, is actually like an idea. It's a completely different meaning. If a person has principles, to have principles, it means to have values. So it's a completely different thing. So anyway, a childminder in British English is what in American English?
Babysitter.
Yes.
Babysitter.
Yeah. And then a chemist.
A pharmacist.
That one was new for me when I moved to Europe. I was like, really? A chemist? So, okay, a barman.
Bartender.
Bartender. So, and in American English, a bartender for women is a bartender. Okay, so let's discuss the jobs. Which of the following below is the most dangerous, the most interesting, the most boring, the best paid, the worst paid, and the worst paid? Or you can think of, if you think that something else could be more dangerous or more interesting, more boring, and better paid and worst paid, discuss that. So, first of all, in your opinion, What do you think is the most dangerous job?
Fireman.
Okay, in unison, a fireman. Okay, why would you say a fireman is the most dangerous?
Why?
Yeah,
Well,
you're practicing
because,
English. It's obvious, but you can practice
because he joke with fire.
because he works with
Because
fire.
he risks his life
He
try,
risks his life.
trying to save lives,
Uh-huh.
saving lives.
He risks his life
Yeah.
saving lives. Okay, very good. Can you think of a job that would be more dangerous than a fireman?
Police.
By,
A policeman could be. Okay. I'm thinking it's a soldier as well. A soldier could be more dangerous as well.
Yes.
Um,
Not in Brazil.
not in Brazil. It does depend on the country. So,
Yeah.
and like in my country and the UK, they're all they're professional soldiers. Let's see, professional soldiers uh, with a decent wage, a livable wage, livable wage. Let's say salary. Or in countries where it's not your choice. Like in Korea and Finland and countries I've lived in, they have to go there regardless, and they don't get paid hardly anything. So that's true. It's
Yes,
like
true.
I think I've heard in Finland they get paid like equivalent to a packet of cigarettes a month. So, but in the U.S. you can get paid fairly well to be a soldier. How about in Mexico?
the soldiers.
Yeah. Are the soldiers professional or are they mandatory? Do they
Mm,
volunteer or do they have to go in?
is voluntary.
Okay. So do they get paid fairly well then?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about Brazil?
Hey, it's voluntary too.
It is okay.
They paid for the work.
Okay, they get paid because I've learned that the countries where the military is not volunteer, they have to, where it's mandatory, you just don't get paid very well. So, all right. What do you think is the most interesting job there?
Mm,
Pilot.
What is? Excuse me?
Pilots.
pilot, yeah.
Pilot. Okay. What do you
But
think?
it's risky too.
Yeah, it's also dangerous. Okay. So
Not.
Yunji, what do you think?
Yeah, I also think that some pilot is really great jobs nowadays.
Uh-huh.
I heard that the pilots paid a lot of millionaires money, so
Uh-huh.
I think it's quite professional. So yeah, actually my brothers will be ready for the pilots, but I'm not sure. But
Oh,
he
wow.
started about that. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Do you guys know what a chambermaid is?
No.
Mm,
Anybody know?
The woman who clean the hotels or any
Yeah.
other rooms.
Chambermaid is a hotel maid. So they clean their rooms. And when I saw that list, I was thinking a chambermaid might be very kind of interesting because imagine the rooms that they see, and yeah, the cleaning up after the stars. What kinds of things will they see? I can't say the most interesting it might, but it's definitely not the most boring. So, what in this list? What do you think would be the most boring? It could be a hotel maid too, but what do you think?
Chambermaid.
You think a chambermaid is?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it depends. Well, a barman, you work with a lot of people. A doctor, you see a lot of weird. mm, I don't know. I don't think any of these would be boring, personally. Um, what do you guys think will be the best paid job?
Mm, company director or a doctor.
Doctor.
I think doctor.
Doctor is the best paid? Okay.
Right.
In my country, a doctor is not very well paid.
Really, in Mexico, doctors aren't really well paid.
And depend if you need to study a lot. You need, but if you study only the car, it's not very well paid.
Okay. So it depends on where you study and so forth and where you are.
Mm.
In the U.S., if you're a doctor, you're well paid. um, Finland, I don't think they were paid very well. It depended on what hospital they worked at. How about in Korea? Are doctors well paid?
Yeah, doctors really well, great. In average, some doctors are not a good, they're not get a good salary, but some doctors have which which have own hospital,
Uh-huh.
they earn a lot of money.
hmm Yeah, so doctors, it depends on if they own, that's kind of like how Finland was. If you own a private place, then it would be the same way. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for your participation. I hope that you learned some new words and the difference between British English and American English, for example. And I do know Eustaquio noticed a typo that I made, and I typed in A instead of B, but thank you for noticing that. But anyway, have a good, so let's see, have a good day, Yoonji, and
Thank you.
the rest of you have a good evening. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
teacher.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.